soybean cyst nematode arguably is the most economically damaging pathogen in North America.
SCN is such a difficult pest to deal with for many reasons. The biology of it is very different and more damaging than most plant parasitic nematodes. It has durability. The eggs can live in the soil dormant for years. When it's active, it has the ability to reproduce or build its numbers up very quickly. And as those numbers increase, yield loss increases as well.
We can detect up to more than 22 bushels per acre in loss of yield due to soybean cyst nematode with absolutely no visible symptoms.
Fields can have soybean cyst nematode and yield loss occurring for years, and the plants don't look sick, and so the farmers don't realize they have a problem and they're losing yield and money below ground.
If we translate that to the price of soybean this year, that is essentially losing or living in the field almost $300 per acre, and that's a lot of money.
Pretty early on, we knew that not all resistant varieties were the same. Some were better than others in yield, and some were better than others in terms of controlling the nematode.
Research has taught us that resistance is the best way to manage soybean cyst nematode. We are, however, integrating other management strategies, and we now have learned that the best resistance source that we have to manage soybean cyst nematode is losing its efficacy. We want to further identify other sources of resistance, include that in our toolbox to be able to rotate sources of resistance.
Recent data showed a 22 bushel per acre difference in yields between resistant varieties with a very common source of resistance that's breaking down and an uncommon or unusual source of resistance.
One of the projects that we are going to lead with funding from United Soybean Board through the SCN Coalition and the Ohio Soybean Council is one that we titled Soybean Cyst Nematode Biology and Management. So here is where we actually need the help of the grower to be able to go and take a soil sample at planting and at harvest from the same field in different fields with different soil texture and evaluate the reproduction factor of that nematode. So, was that nematode able to reproduce at the end of the season, increase its population density, and relate that to different soil factors, soil texture, nutrients, and even soil health variables. That information in itself will be very valuable. You will be able to know your numbers of soybean cyst nematode and know if the nematode was able to reproduce and increase its number by the end of the season.
The overall message for farmers is that they need to more actively manage the soybean cyst nematode.
So we invite you to get involved. Each county in Ohio has an extension educator that you can reach out and talk about your interest of being part of this project. We're going to be using eFields to reach out to growers and get you involved in this project if you're interested. We want to work with growers to better understand how we can manage more efficiently soybean cyst nematode and reduce its damage in Ohio.